Hi, my name is Ron Janish. I'd like to welcome you. Today is the 22nd of November in the year 2008. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the market and keep the question in mind is all these ups and downs that we've had in the past few days and weeks are any of these more relevant than others? So are we at a more relevant point than we might be otherwise? Well, in order to do this, if we use the indicators that are in the Precision Trader software, we start by, let's look at a low level in the ES, which is the S&P. We'll just take the high, low, high, and what we can see that prices came down this week real nice. They found resistance at the MLH line, which they often do, by the way. And this is a good place to look for what we call Lenny Russell signal that we give out in Gentleman Trader. And it's just a really good place to get in for a nice down move if you have indicators that have a good high probability that this is going to occur. Okay, and so prices came down to the median line, went beyond it, and then came up again, went down to it, just to it, perfectly touched and turned, and up she went, and here she closed. Okay, so this is your ES. Let's move on to the a bigger picture. Let's take a let's take a really big picture, really big one. Over the past few weeks, this is what's been going on. Now, this was last year. This high around here in September '07 was right here, and this is the S&P. And as you can see, prices broke through what we call Newton lines. Okay, and the reason we call them Newton lines is because we want to designate them as a specific subset of babson lines, because they are drawn in a particular way with a particular set of rules. This is similar to what we call sandbars, when we use median lines as a particular subset with a very particular set of rules called sandbars. And using sandbars is much more powerful than using Andrews lines, because it gives you the rules on how to use the tools. Okay, and so here we have the Newton lines, and we have the rules on how to use the tools because we developed them and tested them out. And as we can see that over time, now we've been posting this exact same chart for months and months and months and months and months. Only, we keep adding data to it. And as you can see, prices go through the line, go back up to it, use it as resistance, go down to the line. So whenever prices come near one of these lines for the first time, or reverse back up from it, or go back to it, we want to look at the idea of that being a potential turning area, right? So we can see here prices came down to it, came up, came down past it. Whoa, really strong. This was October, and then found resistance up here, and then down to the next one. Now this would suggest to me that this area here is a place where we want to look for support. For how long? Well, we'll see. And typically we could guess that it would probably be for many days or several weeks, okay, to the upside. So we don't just look at this one chart here and go, aha, this is the answer. Well, we use different things to help us along. For example, we looked at this chart here. We saw that prices went through it, came up, and then said, nah, we're gonna use this as resistance, as support rather. And so they did. And there we go. Okay, let's see if we can find something on the ES daily. This is nice. Here, let's start with just a blank screen. Okay, start with this. Just have a blank screen, and this is really easy. We just press the button, and then we get these lines, and we these numbers here. We go high, low, can see that prices went down to this red median line. Now, prices going to a median line is whoop-de-doo nice. Uh, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of median lines that you can draw at any given time, and the trick is to use them properly and efficiently. Let's see how in this situation it would have been used properly and efficiently. Well, we take the low, the high, and the low, and we see here that prices went down to an intersection of these two lines here. Notice how this was such nice support here. Okay, so basis these three things, there's a pretty good chance that we'll see some good support in this area here. So what does this mean for me in my trading? Well, what I did on Friday was I took off much of what I had on the short side. Matthew, for example, who travels all over the world and manages his own IRA account, and he manages accounts for others through the company he works for. And by the way, Matthew's in the different blogs, Precision Trader and other blogs. You can contact him, run across him at any time. He posted that he was up personally 50%. Now, not 50% in his total IRA account, but 50% in the past month or so in the money that he was trading. So he was only about 25% in the total account in the past few weeks, but he was up 50% in the amount of money that he was actually trading, because he doesn't trade all of it necessarily. He doesn't want to take that much risk. So he's doing rather well, and I know that he got out right around down here on Friday. And so, knowing Matthew, and he does travel a lot, you can even get, if you're in the groups, you'll see that his emails come from IPs in different parts of the world. He'll probably be looking for a sell around here. Now, the reason he does that is because he uses the gentleman trader signals that we send out. But this is where he's now out of the move, and so the idea is that there's a good chance that we'll see some pretty good support in here for a while, and go from there. Okay, we thank you for your time, and would recommend that you go to andrewscourse.com to see more videos, get more information, and if possible, get the manual. The manual will show you a lot of really neat things and how to know when to buy and when to sell. And you can join the Andrews Advanced Studies group when you have the manual, and you can also join the gentlemantrader.com group, which only costs $1 for the first week, and we guarantee that money back 100% on that. So on that first week, so we invite you to join us, and thank you for your time.